Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a good one. I just got off the phone to the police, and after 4 years of trying to be a law-abiding citizen with that arsehole over there, it's time I weighed in with the quality and standard of policing in England. I'm going to start by saying it's not completely their own fault that this has happened, because they were blindsided. They were too busy trying to be inclusive and trying to be politically correct and not policing, and then while their back was turned, crime has gone up. Enforcement has gone down. Now, if you think about it, if there's no enforcement, there's no law. So people that think no evidence equals no crime are now the encouraged, the kind of dominant group, because they're free to do whatever they like. They don't have respect for rules. They're not following the rules. And they can attack guys like me and you who are limited by the rules. We like society having rules. We like peace and safety and progress and everyone being a happy, joyful guy or woman or trans, whatever. But if there's no enforcement, there's going to be more crime, and then there's going to be response crime. That's what I'm thinking about. Like I said to this woman on the call, you explained to me how I'm supposed to act legally then. I said, how do I defend my front door from a guy outside with a barking dog attacking me racially and ethnically and everything else? There's absolutely no reason for it. Doesn't know me at all. It's not personal. He hates what my body's made of and he wants me to die as a result. So how is it that I am not allowed to defend myself? When I'm on the phone to the Mrs. Police Officer, she had absolutely bloody nothing to say. Until I said, well, what if I defend myself? What if I pick up a weapon and put it to his face and say, you fucking do that again, you'll know about it. She immediately cut me off and said, no, you definitely can't do that because you will be arrested. And we reached the problem, ladies and gentlemen. The police are more interested in stopping people from reporting crimes than they are actually solving crimes. And that's why the police standard in this country is dog shit on the floor. It's never been worse than it is now. So what's the answer to this? Well, I don't know. I'm not a police strategist. I've never been an officer. I'm not a criminal, really. I've never done anything wrong like that. So it's completely a different world to me and guys like me. But nevertheless, I've got every right now, since this has gone on 4 years and they've done absolutely sod all. They've actually made things a lot worse. I'm now having to invest 250 quid in a body cam and then 500 quid in a storage server so I can relay the pictures back from my body cam in case it gets destroyed while I'm wearing it. Thanks a lot, British policing. Yeah, great job, guys. Community cohesion seems to be more important than anything to you guys. So what does that tell you? If the police's primary goal is community engagement and community cohesion, what that means is don't report anything, and anything you report we're going to trivialise. So we can say the police are great, crime's going down, diversity's working, which we all know is not the case. So that's the end of this video. Until things improve, I'm going to stop relying on the police now, and it's going to be a case of taking the law into my own hands. So I'll obviously need to get a lawyer on the go, but you tell me if you can think of a better idea than that. If you can think of a better solution after 4 years of trying to do things by the book, relying on the council, the housing association, the police, they're all pussies. They're literally all clueless. None of them have got a clue what they're doing. I mean, the police officer that came around the other day to ask me why he reported me for doing something I never did. I was in here asleep. And I said, I live next door to someone who physically stabbed a guy to death. He was mumbling in his sleep, I'm going to kill him, I'm going to kill him. And I said to this guy, I sat him down because I shared a flat with him. Leroy Boscher, I sat him down and said, you will stab someone and you shouldn't. You'll go to hell. All you need to do is not go out with these guys and not do this. And I rang the police and I said, this guy's going to murder someone. Please turn up and arrest him. And they didn't. They turned up and said I could be arrested for making that report. Now guess what happened? I left that house a week later and he went out and stabbed a guy to death 48 times or something like that. He's in the paper. Type Leroy Boscher into Google and the top 10 results will be him. And you can see what him and his little friends did to this poor chap who did nothing wrong at all. They claimed it was over a £10 weed tick. That's not a good reason to stab someone. It was because he was white. It was Arabs, Muslims, who encouraged this guy who was a drug user to join them, and the initiation for getting in was they had to stab this guy up. So he's currently serving time for that, and that's directly the police's responsibility because I told them. I literally told them I put myself in danger to make that report, and I'm living with this guy who's clearly a murderer and was inside for rape as well, rape of a minor when he was 2 years older. He shagged a 14-year-old when he was 16, 17 or something like that, and, you know, she said it was horrible and he forced her into it. So that's the end of this video for real now. Try not to use the police unless you absolutely have to, unless you've already got evidence. Or the answer is you set up your own security firm like I'm doing now, you buy a load of cameras, train yourself to use them, and you make sure there is evidence so they are backed into a corner and these lazy ass coppers have to act. And that's the end of this video. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.